Okay, we are breaking out the wine for this median party grinding here. So, to median party grinding, oh my, fruity. Yeah, so I was kind of interested in checking out the Shining Force Gaiden games. Just it's the notion of a tactical RPG on Game Gear just seemed quaint and charming to me. So I was thinking I'd check them out, but not actually do a full playthrough. The problem is I don't really like Shining Force 1 that much. It's a bit archaic for my liking, and the Game Gear games I imagine would have that problem even more so, being on, the Game Gear and having 2 buttons and all. Man, I really wish I could see these people's inventory. Like, that's a really important thing to consider when you're swapping people in and out of the party. A lot of the time you're making those swaps purely for inventory purposes. Like, yeah, why do I give a fuck what magic spells they have when I'm choosing who to put in the party? It's like, it's fine. I can remember what spells they have. Anyways. I don't think there's any other prep work we need to do. Or actually, if you look... So I've got my link to the list of all the games I've ever streamed down below in the description boxes and stuff under my... Yeah, on my Twitch channel here. Lately, just out of curiosity, and because I've been considering making a hard... Like, just changing the focus of the channel to strategy and tactics games exclusively. And to that end, I've kind of been researching just all of the different tactical RPGs that have ever been released, and I've actually got a spreadsheet with that list. Yeah, on that same spreadsheet. It's just a different tab on the list of streamed games. And I learned a lot about, what games are out there, which ones were released in English and which ones weren't, and which ones have translation patches and which ones don't. It turns out that there are very, very few untranslated strategy RPGs at this point. Like, almost everything is available in English in one form or another. But yeah, Shining Force Final Conflict, I think, was one of the... Or no, maybe it was the original Shining Force Gaiden. I can't remember, but there was one of the Shining Force Game Gear games that doesn't have a fan translation patch, as far as I could find. Oh, hey, this is where we get to see if Arthur ever manages to pass muster here. I hear he's good if you level him up, but he sucked so badly in Scenario 2 that I never bothered to level him up. Yeah, I don't think it was Final Conflict. I think it was maybe the original Shining Force Gaiden. And anyways, I can see why there would be little interest in making translation patches for those games, since they're all available in English anyways, or at least the remakes are on, on Shining Force CD. But yeah, I'm really just, floored by the great work being done by the fan translation communities online and whatnot. Like, I'd say almost every game worth playing has a translation patch at this point. As I said, there are very few instances where I saw an interesting looking tactics game when I was looking them all up. And it's like, oh, this one's not available in English. No, pretty much all the ones that looked good are available in English. Oh shit. Oh yeah, it's been so long since we went through the early stages of end game grinding here. I forgot how easy it starts out. Yeah, it's real easy to get that, get to the point where you get your promotion. Actually, let's check out our weapon levels here. Okay, so we got level 3 on that already. So I should probably do spears for him. You know, honestly, I never played a ton of Tactics Ogre. That's one that I have to go back and get better acquainted with down the line. Like, I've played it before, and I made it a good way into it, like probably close to 20 hours, but I didn't actually finish it. And I played a bit of the PSP remake as well, but very little of that one too. It seems like a great game. I just have a terrible attention span, or at least I did before I started playing games on Twitch. Honestly, I used to almost never finish video games, and now I finish almost everything I play since I started streaming everything on Twitch. It keeps you honest, you know? Keeps you, like, gives you an incentive to, like, organize your, like, your gaming schedule or whatever. It's like I actually have an excuse to take my, just fucking around with video games seriously. Arthur had some kind of problem, right? Eh? Yeah, he only has level 1 spells. Garbage. Oof. Oh no, he's actually got halberds. He starts with halberds, so Or does he? He's got the lance on his sprite. Maybe I got that wrong. Yeah, I'll see about switching him over. Like, I hardly ever used him, so I don't even think he has any weapon levels with halberds anyways. Yeah, so it would be very easy to switch him over. Yeah, we don't really need to worry about who gets the XP at this point. We can just charge forward, slaughter everything, and then we'll slow down a bit once people start hitting level 20. Basically want to milk these early maps for all they're worth. Yeah, I'm still kind of, just struggling to place the Shining Force series in just, like, the whole echelon of strategy RPGs, because, like, it's... I don't know what it is. I like it, but I don't really understand why. I mean, that sounds bad. I don't know. I should not have chugged all that wine if I was gonna talk all seriously about Shining Force 3's place in the echelon of tactical RPGs. But it's like it certainly hits the baseline. Like, I think for every, I don't know, this is kind of a take that I have, but I think that for almost every genre, there's kind of a baseline level of competence where, like, if you meet that line, it's what you'd call fans of the genre games. That's, like, kind of an old cliche for that you see in professional game reviews a lot of the time. It's like, well, this game doesn't reinvent the wheel, but fans of the genre will find, you know, that kind of thing. And that's kind of how I refer to a lot of games out there that just kind of meet the baseline level of competence for that genre. They're fans of the genre games. If you like this thing, if you like this type of game, this game fulfills the bare minimum requirements to let someone who's a fan of this get some enjoyment out of it. So this, and to be clear, this game, the Shining Force games easily achieve that. Like, easily achieve that. For sure. And yet they do it in spite of all of their flaws. There's so many things I dislike about, yeah, the Shining Force games that I've played so far. Mostly just coming down to, like, basic issues of, just usability and, like, fundamental game design stuff. Like, a lot of just terrible boss fights that seem like a good designer would know better. I think it's the knife we want to use against this guy. I should probably have bought David better weapons. I don't know, would we have had money to spare? Okay, looks like he's doing fine with what he's got. And certainly they've cleaned up all of that stuff as I've sort of progressed through the series. Like, there was a lot of stuff that bugged me about Shining Force 2, but there was a lot less of that stuff in Shining Force 3 Scenario 1, and then less and less of the bad stuff. To the point where I would say, yeah, Scenario 3 was actually really solid up until now, when we got to do all this grinding at the very end of the game. And I can kind of understand why it's in here. Like, these sorts of games, just the JRPG genre is all about longevity for a lot of people. Like, you want that optional endgame content. Like, you want to be able to, you know, master all of your materia and defeat the weapons with whatever bullshit combinations you can come up with and all of that. And this dungeon is kind of this game's equivalent of that, where you've got, yeah, your giant bullshit brawl at the very bottom of the dungeon. And, you know, it's fine for players who are into that kind of thing. My axe is actually worse than my hatchet, but I think I'm going to use it anyways, just to level up my axe. Well, so much for that. Oh, hey, Median actually gets to do something for once. I think this is our first time seeing his new promoted combat model. And it's very, yeah, monochromatic. Was Median always like this? Did all of his old outfits just consist entirely of one color? I'm not seeing messages on Restream chat anymore. I can see it scrolling down on Twitch chat, but not Restream, which means we're gonna have to switch over. And if anyone's saying anything on YouTube, I have to apologize, because I won't be able to see it. And, you know, it's weird how I've come around on the whole... I used to be derisive of the whole concept of fans of the genre. Like, typically, the way it's kind of... And for me, it's different for some genres than others. For some genres, I'm less of a fan than a connoisseur. Like, for example, I really like Metroidvanias. Yeah, a lot of Metroidvanias out there are some of my favorite games, like the original Super Metroid, Hollow Knight. The really good Metroidvanias are some of my favorite games out there. But I don't really like Metroidvanias in general. I actually dislike most of the Metroidvanias that I play. It's only the good ones that I really, really like. Like, fans of the genre, like baseline minimum requirements Metroidvania games don't do it for me. Because I think it takes just the right combination. It takes something really special to make those types of games work. And when you do pull it off, it works really, really well. But yeah, a baseline level of competence Metroidvania is just kind of boring to me. Whereas there are other genres out there where the baseline level of competence is like enough to scratch the itch. Tactical RPGs are an example of that. Do we have any enemies left on the map? Oh, we've actually wiped them out. Actually, is there anything that the Harpy is going to be weak against? I guess I should just use my strongest weapon. Actually, no. Use the weakest so that we get more attacks in. Well, she got utterly destroyed. Oh, right, and we're going to get all the good items again as well. Actually, it's the Assassin Dagger, so I guess that's maybe what its special attack does, is just insta-kills people. Except it did damage. Okay. So this is the map where they start poisoning you, so I need to keep track of who knows Antidote. And the answer is no one. Or like one person knows Antidote. So these guys can get poisoned. These guys, not so much. Okay, so this is the danger zone right here, so we'll just stay at the top of the stairs. Oh yeah, I was supposed to get a movement pepper at some point going through the dungeon. Or maybe it's only specific characters get it? Or maybe only Julian? That would be terrible, because I'm not 100% sure that I'm even going to attempt to do this dungeon with Julian. Like, Julian's as leveled up as he needs to be already. It just seems like it would be a waste of time. Like, maybe if I have extra time during tomorrow's stream, like, maybe I'll go back with Julian and try to clear the final boss of the dungeon. Except I really don't think I'm gonna do that. Like, to even attempt that would be, like, just 2 hours right there, even if I fail it. Like, just to get the frickin' Colossus down to half health and take out his eyeball buddies would be like a good 2-hour fight, I think. Just, I don't know. I like to explore games and see all of the content available to me in any given game, but sometimes it's just, maybe we don't need to see all of the content after all. Maybe some of the content is bullshit and you're better off without it. There are some games that totally work that way. Final Fantasy X-2 is a brilliant game. I love it so much. It's actually my favorite Final Fantasy game. Except that game is like 50-50 goodness to bullshit. Basically, all of the main plot stuff and some of the side stuff is really, really awesome and fun. And then the large majority of side content is just horrible, just meaningless, obtuse, time-wasting bullshit that you're better off ignoring. And recognizing that meaningless, time-wasting bullshit for what it is the key to enjoying that game, I think. There's actually a the version of Final Fantasy X that's on Steam is like a remake of Final Fantasy X, and I think they slightly tweaked Yeah, they have like the international version of Final Fantasy X too that has a bunch of new features and such that I've been meaning to try but never got around to it. Yeah, I think you're right. I think I'll just stick to the premium disc for my, yeah, just optional bullshit side content. Although honestly, if the premium disc is the same level of bullshit as this dungeon, I don't know if I'll even want to do that. I hope it isn't, because my understanding is that there's some really cool, just like Shining Force fan service on there. Just in terms of like callbacks to old games in the series and old bosses and such. And I think that would all be fun stuff to see. Like, I think it would be fun to see, what's the guy's name? Whatever, like, you know, Dark Dragon and Zerum, or whatever his name was from Shining Force. Zolam? I can't remember. Xeon. Yeah, Xeon from Shining Force 2. I think it would be fun to see all those guys in full 3D here. Actually, these guys have a weakness to spears, wasn't it? Or maybe they're just weak to Dantaries? So these guys are just not weak to anything. Oh yeah, I think you're right. I think it was probably the Holy Lance. I don't even know if she's gonna kill this guy. Oh, that should do it. Oh, she's actually got kind of the same move as Khan there. Where she just, like, kicks them in the junk to send them up into the air, and then follows them and kicks them in the junk repeatedly after that. It's not like a telekinetic kick like Khan's was, though, so it's not as cool. And that's, like, the only context in which you'll see me say that Hera is in any way less cool. Or, sorry, that Khan is... Yeah, that Khan is in any way more cool than Hera. Okay, Penko, what you got? Oh wow, she's got a strength to ghouls for some reason, I guess. That was like real damage right there, holy shit. And she didn't even get in any hits against the lizardmen either. She could probably actually kill the lizardmen and level up that way. Now let's see how she tanks the damage. Not so good. That's reasonable though, because she's like 15 levels behind everyone else. Getting lucky on the poison so far. Honestly, I don't even know if it's... Yeah, I'm not even done with this game. I don't know why I'm trying to come up with my final take on the whole experience. Like, this was like a big, epic 120-hour plus experience going through the whole Shining Force 3 trilogy. I'm not gonna have my opinions on these games finalized until a long time after I'm done playing them. I think I'm actually going to try to go out of my way to get levels to Arthur, because I feel he's going to fall behind otherwise. Synthesis, I think we just level up as fast as we can and be done with her. Spark 2 should do it. Yeah, that's kind of the one thing that I think maybe bugs me the most about just the discussion around games is just the rush to judgment when it comes to particularly new like exciting new games that people go crazy about. Like people saying that Undertale is the greatest game of all time, like the day after it was released. I mean, make that argument, fine. There's a lot of great stuff about Undertale. It's a fine game. I just think you need to maybe like wait a little while and take some time to digest it before making greatest game ever pronouncements. Actually, that reminds me. I saw a tweet. Apparently, Famitsu, Japanese game magazine, did like their reader poll of the top 20 games of all time, I think it was. And sure enough, I think entry number 11 is like some bullshit free-to-play MMO that was released, I think, just this year. So that's a perfect example of the sort of thing I'm talking about. Honestly, if we wanted to take it beyond video games, I think just rush to judgment about everything in general is the biggest problem with the entire internet. Twitter in particular, but we'll stick with video games for the time being. Video games is the really important example of that. How do I want to... Oh, Uryudo is way behind here. Yeah, he needs to step it up here. Actually, Uryudo's, yeah, got the exact same staff as Grace. Gracia? Shit. Is that real? I'm terrible with names, but like the dog girl healer's name is Grace, right? And the innovator healer is Gracia? It seems wrong. Seems like someone on the Shining Force team is bad at naming things. I mean, they're certainly not great at naming towns, I can say that much. I think we're almost out of zombies. I guess this is the problem with the early portions of grinding up your characters is you need a lot of experience. Oh yeah, sure enough, he actually does have the open shirt here. That's awesome. So it's like, yeah, it's like him and Synbios form a complete outfit. Median goes shirtless and Synbios goes sleeveless. That actually blew my mind when I saw that pointed out about the Geomancer class in Final Fantasy Tactics. Because yeah, the female Geomancer doesn't wear pants. She just has a very long shirt. Like she like just rolled out of bed and put something on at her boyfriend's house or something. And then the male Geomancer doesn't wear a shirt. So it's like between the two of them, they have a complete outfit. So Garrosh is pretty good. See, this is why I like archers. Who else on this map has been one-shotting enemies here, let alone dragons? Ah, he doesn't... Wow, he doesn't even know Aura 3 yet. Yeah, Uryudo's got some work to do. Ooh, Kenko needs some help. There's no enemies left. Let's just get this guy. Was this wrong? Should I not have done this? It'll be fine, right? This guy's like an ancient enemy. Yeah, this guy's from like way back in Chapter 3, I want to say. What do I have on 0 anyways? Was it the wing or the sword? Yeah, I think I like the wing best. Really? I don't see any pants. And, okay, it's like, not exactly a shirt. It's like he's got... It's not even a bra, because it doesn't cover enough. I don't know what to call that. It's not a shirt. I would not call that a shirt in a million years. I think it still applies. Like, don't you think if you put, like, her shirt on his... I guess it's not pants. I guess it's a skirt. Yeah, you put, like, her shirt and gloves onto his skirt. It would make a complete outfit. I think she's just pale. Like, if you look at her face, she's very pale compared to him as well. I'm pretty sure she's not wearing pants. Yeah, her legs are the same tone as her face. I don't think those are leggings or anything. We've been getting real lucky with the poisons so far. Not a single person has gotten poisoned yet. Which is probably gonna get fucked up right now because I said that. Honestly, I think we could just take this approach for every map from here on in. Or at least the ones where you divide your party into. You know what? I keep doing this. I'm going to shut this off again. Lately, I've gotten in the habit of... So when I was first starting out on Twitch, I saw the piece of advice to hide your viewer count. And I thought that was a good idea, because then I can just always go as if somebody's watching and just assume that it's just like, when is the right time to launch into a topic and say things? Always. Always is the right time, because you never know when someone might be watching. So that was kind of when I started out, but now that I kind of prepare topics in advance, I kind of don't want to waste them on portions of the stream where there's nobody watching. So I've actually taken to showing the viewer count again, and then once it gets up there, it's like, oh, now's maybe the time to talk about something that's on this sheet of paper here. What I've noticed is that when I do that, the viewers tend to go away, so maybe I should stop doing that. It's also possible that it's just late right now and people are going to bed. And it's also possible that this is a fucking grinding stream. Or where we just level up our guys a bunch and fight the same worms and skeletons 5 times over. And nothing very interesting is going on. And maybe that's why people are running from me. Oh yeah, when you look at her like that, yeah. Also, those gloves are like heavy duty, man. I guess that makes sense. They're like gardening gloves, and geomancers are all about like nature and whatnot. Those gloves are the reason why she doesn't get caught by her own entangle spell. Well, there's no friendly fire with that one. guess it's gonna kill him. Ooh, nice. You know, apart from the whole monochromatic thing that he's got going on, I think Median is actually very stylish right here. I wonder if they hired like a different costume designer or something for Scenario 3. I don't know what it is. The armor just seems to be in a different style somehow all of a sudden. Man, our party's like way more buff than I would have expected. Like, I did not think that we would be getting one-shots on enemies this late into the dungeon. Probably magic's the way to go, but even that won't do it. Like, yeah, I'm trying to think of the right way to describe Median, and I don't think... It's like he's half knightly, but he's also... It's like he's halfway prepared for battle, but he's also halfway prepared for, like, a night at the disco or something. Like, it's that kind of outfit. Okay, I'm gonna check... I'm gonna check David's weapon levels here so I know what I should be working on. So daggers need work. For sure, he needs dagger levels. So of course we miss. I think that's the second time where I've commented on how badly a character needs experience for something, and then that same character just fucking misses right after I get talking about how badly he needs the XP. Honestly, Garrosh, not so much with the outfit, but with like the slicked back hairstyle on his combat model. Also kind of looks like he's ready for a night at the disco. Similar to like the male Geomancer's, like the pairing between the male and female Geomancer's outfit. I feel like if you put Garrosh's hair on Median's outfit, you'd have some kind of matching combination there. So that's bad. This is the wrong side for Antidote, isn't it? Although Uryudo's right there, so he'll be able to fix that pretty quick. Although he doesn't have the movement ring like Grace did. Bonk. Yeah, I kind of wanted to give that kill to Rock there. So much for that. Or actually, he's got the 3-range Tomahawk, though. No, he doesn't. Who had that? Oh, that's right, I gave it to David. David's the one who had that. Okay, if she barely survived the zombie, she's not going to survive this. She technically did survive that, but she won't survive the poison. This all happened, by the way, because I commented earlier on how lucky we got with the non-poison. And then all of this happened. What was that, 3 in 1 round? Fucking brilliant. So I think we'll want Penko to finish that one off before she dies. So I think poison damage scales to your level and not your HP total. Or maybe I just have no idea what it is. Maybe defense mitigates poison? I don't know, it seems like some characters take like 20 damage from poison, and others take hardly any. Also, is it just me, or what the hell happened to Synthesis's hair? She's blonde all of a sudden. I guess it's the weird green lighting of this, this dungeon here. You wouldn't think that green plus more green equals blonde, though. Or maybe it does, I have no idea. I'm not a color expert or anything. Oops. I thought he was in... Shit, that's real bad. I needed to kill both of those worms. We're in a lot of trouble now. Okay, let's not make the same mistake twice. This is like the third time in a row she's gotten this one. Holy shit. Oh, we're in business now. We got Heal 4. Which I believe, yeah, legitimately the worst spell in the game. I'm actually going to leave that one to Uryudo. Where is Uryudo anyways? He was supposed to rush towards someone and antidote them, but I guess we're ignoring that now. Fuck, that's a lot of damage. I wonder if there's a more efficient way for me to be leveling my characters here. Okay, I think that's a new record. I think that's the first time we've ever heard just one ding after a level up. So she can heal her own poison? Does she have more movement than the worm? She actually does. Is this dangerous? Holy shit. Penko squeaks away. I think Penko is going to be our con for this particular leveling run. I do not think that she's actually going to make her third promotion without an inordinate amount of just extra time spent. Oh fuck, these guys are actually serious business. I've been doing so much damage to them, I forgot that they can actually do real damage to me. So that helps us a bit. I think Zero still dies in 2 ticks of poison, though. So I kind of want Penko to come back in and finish this guy. And I think that's what we're gonna do. Or is... yeah, he's weakened enough that that should work. I also need to finish this map before Zero bites it. Ooh, Campbell actually needs to win this one as fast as he can. That was awesome. Yeah, you deserve a level up for that one, buddy. Unfortunately, I took that exact moment to notice just how stupid Campbell's haircut is. He's got like the stupid square, I forget what you call it. Like the square cut, you know? Where your hair is just a block. Synthesis doesn't need levels, but I'm gonna give them to her anyways, because I like her. You know, she looks good as a blonde. I have no idea why her hair looks like this all of a sudden, but yeah, I dig it. I think we need to start moving towards ending this before our poisoned guys all die. Oh shit, I was supposed to have her heal someone, wasn't I? Oh, she couldn't have gotten in range anyways. Okay, I was afraid we were gonna end the fight early there. Yeah, I guess I'm thinking more of her, like if you look at her portrait and her sprite. Actually, her portrait is also kind of a bright green. It's really just her sprite that's more of like the deeper, more like a jungly green. Or actually, you know what? She looks... Damn it. She looks like a specific anime character with that shade of hair, whose name I can't remember right now. Or actually, not an anime character. She was a... I think from Samurai Showdown? This is gonna drive me nuts. Who are... Let's... There we go. She's got Cham Cham hair. Yeah, Cham Cham from Samurai Showdown 2. So Garrosh is in a bit of trouble here. Okay, I swear to God if Penko misses here, we're just shutting down the entire stream permanently. Good. That was worrying for a second. I was afraid I was never going to see any of you guys ever again. I think very few of our people have actually made their promotions just yet. I think I'm going to start holding back with my level 20 guys. Also, we're reaching the point in the dungeon where it's going to get a little bit tough to win fights. Also, ugh, poison. I could have sworn that one of my monks knew Antidote. Okay, Waltz is done. Those bats are very speedy. Okay, let's put all the poisoned guys kind of in a group around Uryudo, so that we don't lose track of them. Actually, I think Garrosh is gonna die first. So Penko is absolutely going to get one-shotted by the bulls there. Potentially, even if they don't crit. So yeah, let's keep her back. What the hell are you doing over there, Maze Whale? Pepper mill grinder sound effects. 10 hours. Like. Add to favorites. Share on Twitter. Cool. Thank you for that. Anyways, back to the game now. Oh, thank you, Remuko. You're so much more clever than me. This is why I need you guys for, yeah, just to be able to associate and converse with people in general. So these guys, yeah, we gotta jab them right now. Did he? Oh, that's right, I switched to his fucking lance because we needed his fucking lance for a second. What's going on here? Can't see Maze while comments in chat. Is he not he's commenting on Twitch. Yeah, I've never seen. That's a new problem to me, where you're not seeing messages in Twitch chat. Have not had that happen before. Yeah, I think we'll probably have to egress out after this map, just because the Minotaurs are too beefy, pun intended, for us to deal with right now. He's even got a gold chain! He's got, like, the open shirt and the gold chain and everything. Yeah. Oh, of course, she picks now of all times to not crit. No, I've only got Spark 1. Holy shit, he's actually got some damage output, finally. You know, just to kind of show off the bullshit I've been doing in my spare time, I think I might try to get a Langrisser mobile stream going at some point. Just to show it off. Just to demonstrate what I do at work all day for the last 2 or 3 days. So yeah, it's sword versus axe, so we want the dagger anyways. That sounds promising. Holy shit, it actually does what it says on the label. Utterly destroyed. Get it? Utter with 2 Ds because he's a cow? Penko hasn't even gotten a turn yet. Thank you, Remiko. You can be our joke translator here. You can translate Maze Whale's jokes and puns to me, and then mine to the rest of the chat. This kind of sucks for Uryu, though, because I actually don't want him healing if I can help it. I want him killing enemies and getting levels, because he's not gonna get those levels otherwise. Ooh, I think these Minotaurs are about to start wrecking our faces. What came after the Minotaur floor, anyways? It was Minotaurs. Oh yeah, and then I think it's... You know, I think it's always the boss of the previous floor is the... Or at least for several floors, it's the boss of the previous floor is the main enemy on the outskirts of the next floor. Like, I think the floor after this, we got a bunch of hellhounds. Fuck, I did it again. That's fine, though, because he's level 19. Doesn't need the help. Synthesis, also not in need of help. Likewise, Median. Might as well do this just for something to do. So I don't think we're gonna finish Median's party tonight. I think we're gonna finish up the grind tomorrow, first thing on tomorrow's stream, and then we'll go into the end game, and that'll give us a nice full day of things. Didn't he do 40 damage to the last one? What the hell happened there? Maybe a bit too close here. Also, I don't want to end the fight just yet. Oof, ain't nothing I can do about this Minotaur. Yeah, he's got the same movement as me, so I can't get on the... I can't get in range to hit him without him being in range to hit me. Yeah, Penko's gonna take some serious effort if we want her to get that second promotion. Wow, we still got a lot more cows. So many cows. His buddies are hanging back. Let's just go for it. Yeah, let's not have Synthesis on the front line there, although it's probably fine, because I don't think anyone can reach her there. Okay, good thing I checked. Do we start on them? Yeah, this will be fine. Okay, Median is having a much easier time staying ahead of the pack than Synbios. Which I think is just down to the fact that I've suddenly remembered that Spark exists. Yeah, Synbios would have been a lot more useful if I'd have been using that a bit more often. Oops. Misjudged the distance there. At least he didn't poison us. Oh, speaking of which, yeah, Garrosh needs help badly. That's a lot of damage. This has kind of got to kill him. Actually, no, Uryudo can heal us up, and he's gonna die anyways. Look at this. Look at that. You know, the two of them could probably finish off that Cerberus. We can finish this fight anytime we want, but I think I want to milk these cows for XP for just a little while longer. Oh yeah, Garrosh was a Hearthstone character, wasn't he? Oh, we might... No, never mind. Median's fine. He's not gonna die from 3 Minotaurs. He's fine. Garrosh Hellscream, wasn't it? Yeah, he's one of the classes in Hearthstone. Garrosh! Jaina! I forget the others. Honestly, I think those were the two classes that I played the most of in Hearthstone for the very brief time that I played Hearthstone. Okay, let's do this right this time. I mean, there's enjoy. I think the base game, I think, is fine. I think Hearthstone and its derivatives are actually fine to play. I just can't stand the business model of CCGs in general. It's like I got hooked on Shadowverse, and I think it was just a bad time in my life in general, and I'm happy to be free of it, and I don't think I'm ever going to pick up another CCG ever again. Actually, what does Confuse 2 actually do? Is this actually, like, mass confusion? Oh my god. Oh my god! Look at all those confused cows. 100% success rate. Okay, so that's amazing. The problem is now they're gonna kill each other and steal the XP from us. Actually, I'm gonna do this just to get the friendship bonus from David there. Or, okay, does anyone need healing? Not a soul. Nice. The Necro Dancer Zelda game that's coming out. That is the first I've heard of it. I never actually played Necro Dancer myself. Oof, how much do I want to trust that these cows will stay confused and not fuck with me? Because I could just march Penko right up in there. Actually, she's not close enough to get in on them anyways. Oh, Waltz is level 20 already, but I kind of need these cows dealt with. Oh, also, she's friends with David, too. Popular guy. Oh, is it on Switch? Obviously it's on Switch or something, so I can't play it anyways, so there we go. Oh, hey, they can friendship each other. Oh, maybe I didn't. Oh, he didn't get the insta-kill there. What a ripoff. Oh, that's an actual song? I thought that was just going to be, like, more pepper grinders. Oh, shit. You know, that goes very well with this eerie green glow in this stage, too. Very appropriate. A bit noisy, though. You know, I might as well just put on some different music when we're just doing mindless bullshit like this. I'm gonna trust fate. I'm gonna bring Penko up here. Actually, there's no point. Yeah. Just block it off like that. Yeah, they're just gonna kill each other. Oh, he's just gonna, yeah, meditate or something. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I think this music goes very well with the just overall atmosphere and decor of this level. Who do I want to get this kill? 18, 17, 17. Zero's as good as anyone else. Holy shit, I was not expecting him to take that out. This is like the soundtrack to like the YouTube video of Campbell's like top 10 most epic 360 no-scope spear headshots. For real though, I have no idea what 360 no-scope even means. Like, no-scope is kind of obvious, but I don't know what the 360 has to do with anything. 360 points, I guess, for getting a no-scope headshot. I'm actually going to leave this one to Penko, because like I said, Penko's going to need a lot of help. Man, I am the worst with acronyms in general. Basically, there are too many acronyms that are overlapping out there. Like that, my go-to example all the time is AC, because AC, like, you know, I just rack my brain for like what's the first video game that comes to mind when you think of AC? Like, it's Armored Core, obviously. So I always think that people are talking about Armored Core whenever I see. Yeah, air conditioning is another one. LTTP is linked to the past. That's another obvious one. That was one I actually only learned just last year, but apparently LTTP is an actual acronym that means late to the party. See, that's the thing, is I don't know what it is. I just blank on names all the time in general, and particularly when it comes to acronyms. So even though it should be obvious from the context, I just don't think of Assassin's Creed. I think of Armored Core, because that's the best video game that starts with AC in the title. And nothing else comes to mind. Oh, hey, we got chicken. Ugh, it's starting to get kind of inefficient in terms of just leveling time here. But on the other hand, if we do manage to push through to the next to last map, then we don't need to rush through them again, and we can just repeat the dungeon for levels. We're not anywhere near the second to last map, though, are we? Yeah, we'll probably TP out after this map. Whoops, no! Oh, she's dropped off the ledge, too, when she can't get up. I was one space forward of where I wanted to be. Oh yeah, SF, you got, like, yeah, Street Fighter, San Francisco. I'm sure there's other ones I could think of, but those are the only two that come to mind. Not bad. I bet you we can get most of our guys up to level 20 off of this fight. For example, I think Campbell's about to do it. Okay, so Campbell's done. He doesn't. Campbell is done. He does not need levels anymore. You know what? That's not smart. We're not going to do that. She doesn't even need levels. She can just hang back until the rest of the crew is done. Same with Median. He could just hang with Waltz, who is also done. Oh, she doesn't know Tornado. What if we go like this? Oh, that's not... I thought that was the attack spell. I guess this gets us some XP as well. All 6 of that sweet, sweet XP. Holy shit, David, what the hell are you doing? He doesn't even get the +2 attack off of that level up. Even if he had leveled up before hitting that enemy, he would have still been off by 1. Could kill that Hellhound if I wanted to, but I think I want to let Penko get the kill. Ooh, 120, that's a lot to get through. Yeah, it's gonna take a few hits, that one. Oh, hey, this is what we're talking about. This is what I wanted out of Ergigo right here. Some kills! Okay, so there she goes. She's probably gonna die. once that other Hellhound gets his turn. Oh no. Yeah, Penko's gonna take a lot of work. Man, I swear Paralyzed does nothing to the enemies. Oh, David, tanking it up. Figures. That's fine. I think this is going to be the last map that we do on this run anyways. It's just not efficient anymore. We'd get faster levels just replaying the old maps. Yeah, it's kind of weird the way leveling works in this game. There's kind of a sweet spot where if the enemies are too weak, you obviously just get no XP for killing them. But if the enemies are too strong, then you don't do enough damage to get XP for hitting them. You need to hit that sweet spot where they're tough enough to give you XP, but weak enough that you can actually damage them and get XP just for hitting without killing. Do these guys need that much help? Honestly, it's probably not even worth my time to finish this map here. We should just rush the boss and restart from the beginning. I think that'll be the rest of the stream, as we just egress out and we do one more run through the dungeon here. And then we'll just do like 1 or 2 more runs tomorrow to start off tomorrow's stream, and then we'll be ready for the final fight. Hopefully. You know, the funny thing is I can't even change Penko's equipment to make her any better either. Actually, that's the funny thing in general about this game. There is no armor slot at all. Yeah, you can only change your weapon, and you got an accessory slot, which is kind of armor, but not really. It's only like a tiny little bit of armor. None of these people need levels, right? Zero needs levels. I guess we'll let him finish this one off. Oops. Never mind, we're fine. Like, you can actually buy new beaks, or do the beaks come with the new promotion? Because I'm pretty sure that Penko automatically swapped out her old beak when she promoted before. Or no, that's not right. I actually forged her a mithril beak, now that I think of it. Yeah, like I said, I want Birdman to get the kill here. Waltz is actually kind of underperforming here, I think, compared to how she was doing in Scenario 2. I wish these stupid rats would just run forward already. Oh, there they go. They're actually running away. That's the thing, though. Waltz was a destroyer when we were running through Scenario 2, but now she's fallen off dramatically. Ooh. Bonk. Good stuff. Why do I have both my healers on the same group here? This is dumb. We're gonna fix this. How do I want to do this? Fire spell should be good against an ice dragon, right? That's not awful. Softens him up for Garish to get the kill! Oh wow, he actually did. I was kind of not expecting that. Actually, he's gonna go off and join. Actually, no, the fastest way to join these guys is actually down here. Ah, whatever. He's done, anyways. Like, not done leveling, obviously, but done for this map. He can't get into position to do useful things ever again. Those rats over there are long gone. I think we'll just finish the map and try again next time. Oh, you know what? Those guys can't actually come down into the center. We could just snipe them with bows from inside the pit. Yeah, we might as well finish off these three hounds up at the front here, but these three back here, don't really need to bother with them. Oops. Ooh, that is precisely enough to kill me in 2 shots. I think very few of my party members actually get promotions off of all of this, but most of them are very close. Is this actually in range? There's only 2 panels on that step up there. Oh wow, that actually works. I'm gonna do it. Yeah, Uryudo should be able to kill the other one. Ah, there it is. Okay, just like that. Yeah, like I said, very, very close. A lot of our guys are. And with that... I don't think I want to waste the other... like a whole nother round. Waiting for that stupid rat here. Although if we can just kill him straight up, I guess we can do that. Come on. Surely Thanatos 2 should be enough here. Nice. No, he actually does Thanatos almost as good as Grace did. Oh, and then Arthur for the kill. This actually works out very nicely. Assuming he does 23 damage with this. Well, I hope he didn't get too much food, because I think... I mean, we're not gonna pack it in soon, exactly, but I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna exit out after this fight. And then we're going to come back and do it again until the rest of our guys get up to level 20. And then we'll kick off tomorrow's stream with just the last little bit of grinding required to get our benched party members up to speed. I bit my tongue there. No, I don't think so. We're getting pretty late in the stream. I don't really have time left to start up a new thing or anything like that. Really wish I had a spear on this guy. I think it was only in scenario 3 where I wisened up and actually put the spear on the Birdman. Oh, that's right, Penko's dead. Nothing's in range. Oh yeah, there's a good chance that I'll have time to stream on Saturday as well. I have the day off work, and it looks like a couple of my players on my Saturday L5R session are going to be busy, so we might have an all-day stream Saturday to do some random bullshit. Alright, who we got? Campbell, Synthesis, Waltz, Garrosh. I think that's more than we have benched party members, so... In fact, I think we have, what, 2 or 3 party members on the bench? Anyways, let's check out everyone's new duds first. Or mind you, I shouldn't promise too much. It's also possible that I might just do a one-shot for L5R with my remaining group of members who are able to show up. We'll see. She looks exactly the same as far as I can remember. Her shoulders are a little bit more purple. The portrait is even the same. Who else promoted here? Who actually fucking promoted? Was it seriously like a, hey guys, draw all of these portraits and sprites in the next 24 hours, and they just didn't have time to do Median's team? Waltz definitely leveled up. Oh yeah, she looks slightly different, I guess. She's facing to the right now instead of to the left. Who else? Was Garrosh? Oh yeah, that definitely looks different. Very different on Garrosh there. He looks like a Disney prince now, and like not one of the handsome ones. Character sprite looks exactly the same as far as I can tell. You can probably tell just based on the character portraits. Yeah, the sprites seem to look very similar, if not exactly the same. Portraits will be the way to go here. Right? Yep, there's Campbell. He's definitely ranked up. Where the hell is he anyways? I don't see him in HQ. Oh, that's right, he's back out top. There he is. He also looks pretty much the same as far as I can tell. Guys, I think we're fucked. I think we might be fucked, guys. I can't get out of here. Okay, thank Christ. Okay. Okay, I think I did save. I think I did save right after we got out of the dungeon. I'm not positive that I did, but now we're gonna save. That was horrifying. Yeah, we gotta be super careful to the about this of just save data in general. Yep, so there he is. Who else have we got? Campbell. Synthesis still looks fine. She looks pretty much the same as she ever did. I think her collar is purple now, which might be different. Waltz looks alright. Yep, there he is. I guess it's just those three, huh? That's 4. I am using the D-pad for movement, for what it's worth. She's not dead, she's just incapacitated. I actually really dislike that word just because it's so ambiguous as to what it means. Like, Legend of the Five Rings uses incapacitated as its official terminology for a character whose fatigue has exceeded their endurance, which basically means KO'd, only you're not KO'd because you're not unconscious. It means you're too exhausted to get out of the way if someone swings a sword at you, basically. See, I'm kind of the opposite, Remuko, because it seems like it trivializes death if the KO'd status effect is death. Like, if my characters are being deathed throughout the course of the entire game and we can just revive them, then why don't we just revive all the people who die over the course of the story? It's stupid. I think it makes more sense if, like, gameplay death equals unconscious or KO'd or whatever, and death in the story means death for real. Why am I here? I came here to talk to my tactician and swap out my party members, but we actually go up here to do all that. Oh, also, that's then Terry's. What am I doing? Also, Yeah, no wonder that portrait didn't look familiar. Yeah, Danteri's looks like this. That one slipped by us somehow, but yeah, there he is. This is the guy I was actually looking for. This is our guy. These portraits look so bad. So, who's in, who's out? I think Campbell's probably out. Synthesis is in because I want her to get levels for the final fight. Garrosh and Waltz, huh? Waltz was over-leveled, so she can go out. We'll put Hazuki in. Honestly, we only leveled up like 4 dudes, so I think it's gotta be this. Do I even care about Pappets? He only needs 2 levels, so I'll just give him 2 levels, and then that'll be that. I think some of these guys have bad equipment, but I don't know if it matters enough for me to go shopping. Like, who's got really, really bad equipment? Rock with the heat axe, basically. But he's been doing alright with it in the maps so far. Yeah, all these guys have decent stuff. I think this was the scenario where I just rolled really poorly with all of the mithril equipment. Yeah, that's true. They'd have to rename the death spell as well for it to be perfectly consistent. Which would be fine. I think the solution there is to just call death magic something else. Or just add a mechanism to your game where it's possible to have character permadeath from combat deaths. I actually thought that the... Oh, speaking... Here's another SF game for you. Saga Frontier. I always thought Saga Frontier had potential to have reasonable permanent death because that game had a system where you could basically be KO'd multiple times. Basically, I think you deplete your HP and then you get KO'd and you lose a life point. And then you lose additional life points every time you take damage while you're KO'd. It's like you have 2 hit point systems, basically, where you've got your HP, which is your ability to be conscious. And then you got your life points, which is your actual life. And then, yeah, it would make so much sense if you get permadeathed if you lose all of your LP, but I can't remember how you come back from full LP loss. I think you need to go to like a church or something. But yeah, it wasn't hard to recover from at all. I always thought it was a cool system. Like, there was a lot of potential to have a good permadeath system come out of that. Okay, we need to be careful with who Pappets gets last hits to, because if we fill up on monsters, he won't be able to recruit any new ones. In fact, I think we just have Pappets sit back until we start seeing the good monsters on the later maps. Yeah, Archdemon would be good, but I don't think we have the strength to make it that far. Yeah, we're one-shotting these guys. No problem. Yeah, Synthesis shouldn't even be wasting Shouldn't be hogging XP like this. Yeah, just like that. Fish knows what's good for us. Actually, can we get the lizards? I don't care. We're going for this guy. Oh yeah, with the boost from Synthesis, this should be a kill. That's not good. Okay, let's check Hazuki's weapon levels. Shuriken level 3. Katana level 2. Okay, what do we got now? Also, what's with the exclamation point SR in front of the links there? I don't think that's necessary. Unless it means something else that I don't know. The Metronomicon, I don't even know what that is. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, I don't do song requests here because like 90% of the time I'm not playing music in the background when I'm streaming. Once again, kind of appropriate for this kind of dungeon with this kind of lighting. Actually, I should check. Does this game have independent volume settings for music and sound effects? Because if so, we might just go full separate soundtrack for the entire rest of the night. Ah, you can turn voice on and off, but not music. Ah, well. Ah, Penko, you suck. Ah, Penko, you suck. You know, I really need to get her levels on these early floors too, so I think I'm actually just going to hold back with everyone else for now. Yeah, Pappets can just stay put until the upper floors. If he kills something, that's going to take up a monster slot. Yeah, the rest of the party's going to get to 20 very quickly. I might just call it early. Once everyone gets to 20. We'll see. We'll see what happens. There's a lot of potential for... Yeah, so many just different fun and exciting things to happen here on the shitty, boring-ass grinding stream. Okay, I'd like to get Synthesis at least a little bit of XP, so let's try this. We'll let fate decide. Actually, apparently, no, we won't, because that fish isn't in range. Okay, we gotta try this out at least. Yeah, that did it. Okay, we're just gonna sit back and Penko's gonna do the rest of the work on that side of the map. And that's how it's going to be. And this goes on forever. Oh, okay, it goes on for 4 minutes. You know, Hazuki needs a lot of levels too. Hey! There's a thought. You know, I think this is the way that we leveled up Penko in the first place. Way back in Scenario 2. The Hazuki-Penko combo. Yeah, David's practically done here. Nah, it's just Risk of Rain. I know Risk of Rain already. I have played plenty of Risk of Rain in my day. Although, honestly, I don't... The music's fine, but Risk of Rain is another one of those games where I pretty much play my own music. Like 99% of the time when I'm playing that game. I have not picked up Risk of Rain 2 yet. It's still in early access, and just kind of on principle, I don't do early access. I will play Risk of Rain 2 when it is actually finished. And I think it's literally unfinished right now. Like, there is no end game. Like, they still have to make more levels and put in a final boss and all of that. So yeah, the game's literally unfinished right now. Oh, hey, Arthur's actually tanking it up pretty decently. Yeah, I played that game earlier on stream. Earlier this last year? Yeah, I know that one already. I'm just fucking with you. We'll listen to some Celeste music for sure. This music actually goes really well with this type of look to this dungeon here too. So I guess we'll just hang out while we wait for Penko to murder the rest of the lizard men. And I guess we'll just keep jacking up her attack strength here, because maybe it stacks. No, hey, it didn't say no effect, so I think it actually stacks. Oh hey, that tiny bit of XP was actually enough there. Yeah, I think by the time we're done, like, the next map, just about everyone will be up to level 20. Okay, I think he might actually do more damage with his attack than his magic at this point. So he's 62 attack versus 22 defense. Yeah, I think he does more with the spear right now. Man, for like half an hour I've been thinking that I want to go get a drink. This is the way I get when I'm playing video games, or really just doing just about anything. I get locked in and I don't want to get up. Oh, Penko needs some help here. She's actually gonna die if she takes a hit. Still couldn't quite do it, huh? We really don't want her to die here. Like, half the reason we're here in the first place is for Penko to get more levels. So... And we don't know Aura 4 either. Oh no, but she failed to kill the other lizard man, so... Okay, and that's, yeah, all of Penko's kills taken by friggin' counterattacks, and she dies. Oh, no crit. Okay, barely survived that. Do I really want to wait for Penko to take another turn here? Fuck it. Yeah, we're just gonna finish the map here. It's a waste of time. Waiting on Penko's ass. Oh, and this will get us a bunch of Orichalcum as well, so we can start making weapons after this. Okay, that's about what I hoped for. Oh, that's right, Arthur still needs help. Or we could just punch the lizard man, I guess. I think we let one of the lizard men live, but I think I'm fine with that. I'm gonna go get some more wine. I've got a nice big bottle of dark ale up in the cupboard for a drunk stream sometime, but the right occasion has yet to present itself. So Zero can sit out. Synthesis can sit out. Hedva still needs a bit of work. Median can sit out. Hazuki needs a lot of work. Hera's almost done. David needs work. Plus he wants to stand next to Hedva anyways. Oof, Urido needs a lot of work. I feel like I've stacked the teams a bit unfairly on that side. Like I put the 3 best people on the one side and the 3 worst on the other. Those are some speedy ghouls. Half my team hasn't even gone yet. Aren't these ghouls from way back in Scenario 1? On that first battle where you fight alongside Khan to convert them back? I think we're going to need something a little bit stronger here. So many summons. We'll just do Zephyrus. Honestly, that'll probably kill him anyways. Who wants to bet that this will kill him? If this doesn't kill him, I'll take a drink. Fuck me. Wasn't much of a penalty, to be honest. This is very good wine. This is a Cabernet something or other. my personal favorite. I think it's a Moscato. Okay, that was like... I don't know what it was there. There was like no animation for her arm. It was like we're in 8-bit land all of a sudden with the animations. It's just 1 minute her arm is down here, and then it's just like a frame later it's up here. I don't know why, that just amused me greatly. Maybe we gotta divide the teams differently here. Ah, fuck it. Excellent. That was a very necessary crit. We were in big trouble there if he didn't get that critical. So Arthur is gonna be in a bit of a spot of bother after this. Unless he kills the guy. Ooh, so close. I think that's worth a drink. No, if he had killed him, that would be worth a drink. Ooh, Urgido's getting up there. I bet you he gains no... I bet you his next big spell that he gets is gonna be Aura 4. What? Penguin butt. Didn't even gain a level off of that. I hope this doesn't kill this guy. I think it's gonna kill him. Oh well, I got a pet ghoul. Or no, I can refuse monsters, can't I? Can Pappets not recruit monsters anymore? Or is it just that he can't do undead and it has to be beasts? Because now that I think of it, it was mostly cows that we recruited last time around. That would make a lot of sense, at least. I'll try it out on one of these dragons. Because that's right, I think you get the option to refuse the monster if you don't want it. Fucking hell. Of all people. Rock takes 2 hits, doesn't get poisoned. Penko gets hit once, gets poisoned. Hey, thanks somebody. Zuxladex, thank you for the follow, dude. So actually Zero doesn't need anything anymore, except that the ghoul, yeah, Rock kind of needs help against those ghouls. So I guess we're gonna give it to him. So read properly here, I guess the ZXX is probably like things surrounding the name, so I guess it's just Slade. Slade, like from Shining Force 2. I think I get that name, possibly. Yes, thank you properly for the follow. Is this gonna kill everything? Man, I tried. Slade was a lot of fun for the brief period of time that he worked in Shining Force 2. It's like he sucked at first, and then we got him up to speed, and then he was fun for a little while, and then he fell behind and sucked again, and we had to stop using him. It's like, yeah, we're playing Shining Force right now, and Shining Force has been the only thing on my mind for like 3 months at this point, and I still almost didn't get it. Izuna Otoshi. Or Otosh? Whatever. Otosh is apparently Japanese for drop. The more you know. You know, I'm actually kind of interested to replay... I'm actually kind of interested to replay both of the Shining Force, or all of the Shining Force games I've played on stream here, just because there's all the stuff I missed out on in the Shining Force 3 trilogy, but in particular, I think I could get a lot out of a replay of Shining Force 2. Mainly just by playing it on the normal difficulty. I think it actually would be more fun to play it on normal difficulty rather than the... what was it? It wasn't Ouch, but the one below Ouch, which is the actual hardest difficulty. Yeah, Super. Yeah, we played on Super difficulty, and it kind of restricted a lot of our options. A lot of characters that seemed cool just weren't viable at all. Slade included. Like Slade, we would have got a lot of mileage out of him, I feel, if I hadn't been playing on Super difficulty. Oh, the turtle kid, too, the little turtle man, who grew into the big turtle man afterwards. Yeah, it could have been so much fun. Oh, I think she's about to die. We'll see what happens. She's only got 30 HP, so she shouldn't lose 12 HP a pop for poison, right? We should be fine here. And then we just gotta win the battle in one round. Oh yeah, we're fine. Poison ain't nothing. And actually, there's no zombies left, so I think we do just win the fight now. Kiwi, that was the one, yeah. Yeah, Penko's actually decent. Or rather, these monsters are kind of trash. So yeah, Penko's actually kind of decent when you're playing against, yeah, fighting monsters that are just as trash as she is. Hazuki needs a lot of help. I didn't want to put that on Uryudo, I wanted her to put it on herself. Oh well, Uryudo can whack things now. I think I just want to accelerate through this map here. It's not even worth sitting through the attack animation to get my XP from casting that. Yeah, I think one more map and then we're pretty much... Yeah, everyone's gonna have their promotions in hand. Uryudo might take a bit of work here. Oh shit. Fuck. Nope, we're fine. Little breakdancing penguin there. Penko has the best animations. I wish we had an excuse to use her more. I'm gonna try and see if I can sneak her some extra levels to fit her into the final party. Oh wow, this guy's got some range. But not a lot of damage. How much damage do we get out of Blaze for? If this one-shots him, I'll take a drink. I don't know why I keep saying that. I'm drinking continuously anyways. Hedva has promoted already. She knows no support. She knows 3 frickin' summon spells. Talk about overkill. Speaking of kills, Hazuki could actually kind of use this one. Or does she know magic? She does, but it's not the right kind of magic. Honestly, we got other party members who could use the kill just as much. We'll give it to them. Not Median. Not David. Arthur, there you go. This isn't gonna kill him anyways. I should have smacked this thing with another party member. Like Uryado. That was maybe overkill, although it's the last attack of the map, so you might as well overkill. It's not like the animation takes any longer to play out. You know, if anything, you've got such potential for efficient level grinding on these maps here. I almost wish that there were like more, even bigger challenges to grind towards. I know that sounds like a stupid thing to say, given all my bitching about the ridiculousness of the ridiculousness. I think I got that right, of the final map of the dungeon here. But yeah, considering that there seems to be a really high limit to how powerful you can make your characters. Like, I think it would be really cool to have a battle where it's, like, helpful to have 4 characters who can dish out 100 damage a pop on ridiculous spells all the time. So Uryado's got to worry about people poisoning people. On the other hand, he also wants XP, so we're going to stick him on the front line. Okay, Pappets can probably recruit these worms, so we're going to try that. Okay, so far so good. It's really convenient when you've got the nice, slow enemies. Kind of helps to mitigate the kind of chaotic turn order that you see in this game sometimes. It's like, okay, I'm fast, and the enemies are all slow, so it'll be my characters all go, then their characters all go. This won't one-shot them, right? Excellent. Though a crit might have done it. Can Penko even reach here? Okay, so we need just the right summon spell, just the right level of magic to not kill this thing. I think Zephyrus did us fine last time. Yeah, we'll do Zephyrus. Perfect. So Penko should be able to take that one out. I really like the way she holds her sword. It makes no sense. You would never hold a sword that way. Maybe a knife. But it still looks really cool. Ooh, she almost one-shotted that guy. I don't know, I feel like I should be better prepared for streams like this when I've got nothing going on for 6.5 hours at a time. I guess it's hard to prepare 6.5 hours worth of just discussion topics. Like, you see the big, long, like, you know, 3+ hour podcasts out there, and those are fun to listen to. I don't think anyone does 6-hour podcasts or YouTube videos or anything like that. Anyone is going to run out of stuff to talk about after 6.5 hours, I think. Mind you, I think most people would do better than about 40 minutes, which is, I think, about the point where I started to run dry of discussion topics, but here we are. That's true. Holy shit. Yeah, Remuko and Mazewell, you guys have been here since, like, the very beginning. Good on you guys. Like, I think you guys deserve more, I don't know, credit for this stream than I do. I don't really care what Uryudo does. I keep... Oh... But yeah, I keep looking at Penko's level and thinking that she doesn't have much more to go. But yeah, that's a 7, not a 17. Yeah, if we really want to see Penko's second promotion, it's going to take some dedicated effort. I really wish the game gave you the option to have empty party slots. Like, if I could just solo Penko the dungeon here, I think that would be a really good time. Every fucking time. Is that like Penko's special ability or something? She just always gets poisoned from special attacks? Christ. Yeah, I've certainly had, honestly, more than my fill of those particular types of times in life. Honestly, the period where I was basically unemployed was extended for a good long while after I was out of college. Like a year and a half before I got my first job. When I lost it, like a month and a half later. And then I was unemployed for like 6 months after that. And then I hardly worked at all when I did get the new freelance gig, so I was basically working less than 10 hours a week after that for a good 2 years. So it would be awesome if Penko could just kill both these guys for me. I mean, this is gonna sound stupid coming from me, your primary source of entertainment. You gotta find more, more stuff to watch online, man. There's so much stuff out there, I can't even keep up with all of it. Like I said, there was like the whole shitty YouTube skeptosphere that I used to follow religiously years ago. That's garbage, I wouldn't recommend it, but stuff like that, you know? Like YouTube content. There's more YouTube, like video game stuff. Good excellent video game related content producers on YouTube who release more stuff than I even have time to watch in a given day. Yeah, Kim Justice is really... yeah, produces really excellent like video game documentaries about whole segments of the gaming industry that I'm completely unfamiliar with. A lot of kind of British focused stuff that I really like. As far as Twitch streams, I've got my whole list of streamers that I really like down below, who I spend a fair bit of my spare time at work watching, or at least I used to back before I started playing Langrisser Mobile all the time. I think I'm actually going to give Pappets the... oh, actually David might not even kill this one here. Even so, he's got 20 already, so I think we'll just forget it. See, I'm trying to work my way up to following 250 plus channels. Whenever I get the chance, I try to look for good Twitch channels. If anything, just to have, like, what kind of my ideal is to just get a good chunk of, or a very large base of good streams to auto-host while I'm offline. And so the ideal is that if you like my stuff, you'll also like whoever I happen to be auto-hosting at any given time. The problem is Twitch in general is very personality driven. In general, as far as the streams that people like to follow, whereas I'm more of a game-driven type person. So even if it's a person that I like watching, I won't watch their stream unless they're playing something that I'm at least somewhat interested in. I find that with a lot of my audience too, and that's kind of the problem I have with viewership, is a lot of my followers just don't seem to be interested in the a lot of the games that I stream. That was especially the case back when I was doing my big Steam backlog blowout last year. Turns out that, yeah, a lot of people just aren't interested at all in a lot of shitty $2 Steam games. Which is a bit of a shame. I like the idea of doing like a Total Biscuit style WTF is like type playthroughs where I just try to give exposure to small indie games on Steam, like the really small stuff that releases, like really small indie games for bargain bin prices. The problem is I don't have an audience, so if I stream that or YouTube that stuff or anything, just nobody watches it. So I try to keep a balance between, you know, playing the games that I like, but also playing the games that people want to watch. And that seems to be blind playthroughs of retro games that I missed back in the day these days. You're talking about a specific person, Remiko? Because I've got like at least 20 streamers on my follow list who apparently don't stream anymore. That's the biggest problem I've had. Is a lot of, like, I've had to take, like, I have my list of, you know, streamers that I like down below, and I've had to adjust that list from time to time because a lot of the people who I've liked in the past just don't stream anymore at all. And, you know, I find it hard to recommend streamers who don't stream, you know, so... Oh, that's that's a real shame. I'm sorry about that, Remiko. Actually, I guess the most tragic thing that ever happened to a internet content creator, I guess apart from Total Biscuit, although we kind of saw that coming years in advance, but there's a YouTube reviewer by the name of, I think it's Antisocial Fat Man, and it was weird. It turns out he died before I actually discovered his channel, and I was like going back through his old reviews, and like I discovered the channel. It's like, oh, this guy's got a lot of the same opinions I do about these old games, and he presents them really well, and I really enjoy watching this stuff. And then eventually I get to his newest video, and it's like, yeah, he died. Yeah, we regret. This is the family of Antisocial Fat Man, and we regret to inform you guys that he died of, I don't know, arterial thrombosis or something horrible like that the week before. So, yeah. Honestly, he was probably one of my favorite YouTube reviewers, too. If you're ever looking for, something to watch just to kill time. A lot of his opinions, or actually that's not entirely true, a lot of his opinions are the same as mine on old games. Like, I pretty much line up with him exactly on the old Tomb Raider games. But he has a much higher tolerance for kind of story-driven and semi-interactive fiction than I do. He's more into that kind of stuff than I am. Or was more into that kind of stuff than I was. Than I am. Than he was, than I am, because he's past tense and I am present tense, at least for the time being. Oh shit, Zero's in a bit of a spot of bother here. Nobody else is in range to help him out either. Oh fuck, did Terry Davis die? I didn't even know that. That must have happened recently. Or at least within the last year or so, because he was alive since the last, about a year ago, which is the last time I heard anything about him. Actually, I don't think we can get away from this dragon here, so we've got to heal up. Okay, so yeah, that was quite recent then. Honestly, I appreciate the achievement of Temple OS and everything. I get Temple OS is not really what Terry Davis was known for, I would say, primarily on the internet. He was mostly known for being a, insane, schizophrenic dude who said crazy things in a really... I don't know. It's one of those situations where it's like the... What do they call them? Lol cow is the term that people use on the internet. I don't like it personally, because I think it's a bit dehumanizing. But I don't have a better word to describe, like, the sorts of just internet personalities who seem utterly insane, but in kind of an entertaining way. He didn't seem like an awful person. Like, he said awful things, but you get the sense that that was just kind of his condition talking most of the time. Like, he had moments of lucidity where you could see, like, oh, this is like a real guy with some serious problems. Like, you're kind of on his side, I feel like. Or at least that's the way I feel like with a lot of these so-called internet lolcows. It's like, I know Chris Chan is probably the biggest one out there. And it's like, he doesn't seem, again, kind of the same deal. Or he doesn't seem like an awful person or anything. He's just a troubled person working through some issues. And I'm kind of pulling for him. I hope things work out for Chris Chan. And I had hoped that things would work out for Terry Davis. And I guess that's kind of a losing proposition in general. Those types of underdog stories, when you have people dealing with that level of mental health issues, tend not to end well in general. So I'm probably just causing myself undue, just mental stress by worrying about them. Which is why I honestly largely stopped paying attention to those types of internet characters. Actually, I think we can heal the 3 of them here. If the AoE actually works like that. Oh, hey, sure enough. Also, hey there, Dusty Roads. I almost didn't see you there. Your shade of green is almost the same as Maze Whales on the chat app that I'm using here. Oh, hey, we could get a Hydra here. Hydra could happen. I think I'm actually content. I know this is a bit unusual, but I'm somewhat content to be not remembered at all, personally. I don't know, maybe that comes with being just kind of anti-social in general, but yeah, I generally prefer not to be noticed at all in my just day-to-day life, which would probably go a long way to explain why my YouTube and Twitch have never taken off that much at all. But yeah, I'm kind of fine with that at this point. I honestly, as much as I don't know. I'm torn. I don't know if you guys get like this, where it's like periods of continual loneliness, where it's like, oh, it sucks being alone, and I wish I could change this and be with other people and, you know, have friends and stuff. And then, you know, you go out and you meet people and you make friends, and it's like, oh, yeah, this is why I don't do this. I actually preferred being alone. Let's go back to being alone for a while. And it's just, and you go back to being alone for a while, and it's like, oh, so lonely, I need friends. And it's kind of like that with like, I imagine it would be the same way if I ever found like a large following on Twitch or YouTube or anything. It's like, oh, I wish I could have more Twitch and YouTube followers. And it's like, oh, I wish I didn't have so many Twitch and YouTube followers. It's just like, it's a grass is always greener type situation. At least I imagine it would be the same way. Feels like grinding is going real slow right now. Yeah, it looks like you're... Yeah, I've got very few party members who still need levels at this point. But David is not one of them, so we're gonna... Yeah, Arthur is good to go. I keep on... I'm always afraid that he's missing whenever he throws that high above attack. I'm actually not super familiar with the history of Tesla and Edison. Like, I suppose that Tesla was only discovered kind of after his day, whereas Edison was more popular at the time. A lot of authors end up like that, kind of not appreciated until after their death. Lovecraft is another one of those. I actually picked up I've got the complete works of Lovecraft on my e-reader, and that's kind of what back when I was reading at work instead of playing fucking... Of all the fucking things I could be doing at work, Langrisser Mobile is probably the worst thing. It's the worst imaginable thing that I could be doing with my spare time at work. I used to be reading Lovecraft in my spare time at work, and now I'm playing fucking Langrisser Mobile. Okay, who actually needs levels still? Oh, yeah. I guess that was a misclick there, hitting the save instead of the status, but yeah, might as well while we're here. Uryudo needs it. Hazuki needs it. Papitz and Penko. So basically nobody does anything except for those characters. So it turns out that you're actually right about Lovecraft being a huge racist. There are hints that he might have been somewhat repentant later in life, but he didn't exactly go public with it. But yes, Lovecraft was more than a little bit racist, even for the time. I think he was actually a very good writer. Maybe it's just that his style kind of meshes with... I don't know what it is, but I really dig his style of writing. I don't agree that any other writer has pulled off that style of horror quite as well that he did, quite as well as he did. Oops. Shit, I thought she had shurikens for some reason. Or I think the best sort of testament to Lovecraft's racism is actually there's some writings of like journal entries. Like, yeah, a lot of his private writings, like just, yeah, journal entries and stuff like that have been preserved. And one of them, I think he had passed through a Jewish ghetto or something like that. Or maybe it was like a Chinatown, like an Asian ghetto, something like that. Some kind of ethnic ghetto. And he wrote about it in his diary, and the language he uses to describe these ethnic groups is basically the same way he describes, like, deep ones in his stories about, like, they're just, I can't think of the proper language offhand here. It's not exactly proper, but, you know, like the givering throngs and stuff like that. And the just like horrible descriptions of their facial features and whatnot. And it's totally reminiscent of the way he describes, like, yeah, like deep ones and whatnot in his fiction, describing these like actual ethnic minorities, and it's just horrible. But then again, that's kind of where he drew inspiration. Like, he wasn't like, that's sort of how he viewed the world in general, I guess. Like the whole notion of the unknowable beyond, like that was just groups of other people in general, and that was the way he viewed the world, and that's why he thought the way he did about other just, yeah, groups of people in society. And that's sort of what made him a good writer, is his ability to express those particular feelings. And it's relatable to a certain extent. Like, ideally, like, I'm not talking about, like, just about other people in general. It's not a good thing to relate to those kinds of thoughts in relation to other people and groups in society, but just in relation to people in general, I would say. The notion of being... the notion that there's, like, some other out there, like some other incomprehensible force out there in the world that you can't really describe or reason with. I don't know, I can't. Too much wine. I can't talk cogently about serious issues in general, to be honest. Also, it's been a long time since I stopped reading. Like, probably going on like a year at this point since I did any type of serious reading. Kind of go through phases, just like I do here on the channel. Like, we're in our tactical RPG phase right now. I went through my reading phase for a little while, for about a year and a half after I got my e-reader. Read a whole bunch of books again. And it turns out that I like books. Reading is fun. But it's also time-consuming. That's the problem, it's sort of the same problem I have with writing. Or maybe it's just me, that's just me with literacy in general. I really enjoy reading, but it's a slow process for me. Like, to read for enjoyment is very slow. Like, I'm capable of speed reading, but I don't really do it. Like, I don't speed read for enjoyment. If I'm reading for enjoyment, I'm gonna read slow and, you know, drink in the details and the writing style and all of that. And it's an extremely time-consuming process. or time-consuming pastime if you do it that way. But I don't enjoy it unless I do it that way, so it's... And so you kind of burn out when you slow read your way through enough Lovecraft. I used to read a ton back in high school, though. University, even. No, I wouldn't say I read a ton in university, but I certainly read tons back in high school and elementary school. Started reading less in university when they actually asked. It's funny, it would have been great if I could continue reading a ton in university, because that's kind of what they expect of you, but I could not keep it up. Oh yeah, Animorphs and Goosebumps is where I started too. I read a bunch of that stuff back in elementary school. Read a bunch of Stephen King and a bunch of the classics back in high school. Dickens, Dostoevsky, all that good stuff. And then I just kind of stopped reading it and forgot about most of it. And honestly, I couldn't say how much of it has actually stuck with me. So that solves that a little bit. Oh, hey, we can get a bunch of Minotaurs again. Yeah, the Minotaurs is where this starts to get kind of inefficient. I actually found Dostoevsky enjoyable to read, but then it could have been that I just found a good English translation, or a quote-unquote good English translation. See, I don't know, maybe that's what maybe it's just different tastes between us. I couldn't say, because obviously I read Dostoevsky in English translations, so that's kind of a completely different thing. But, like, for example, of the types of, like, talking about, like, the slow burn and slow reading and stuff, I actually really enjoy Tolkien's writing style, J.R.R. Tolkien. Like, I'm one of the odd people who really enjoys the Lord of the Rings books, and actually really enjoys the writing style of those books as well. Cool, so Pappas just kind of counterattacked his way to a level 20. Brilliant. Oh, and Hazuki's got her level 20 now, too. Yeah, I think I read the first 4 volumes of the Dark Tower, because that's all that was out back when I was in high school. But it's another case where I'm interested in a series, but then it goes on hiatus, and then I lose interest. So yeah, in the period between the 4th and the 5th Gunslinger novel, yeah, I kind of forgot about the series and never returned to it. I think everybody other than Penko might be there now. Oh, Uryudo has still got to make it. He's pretty close, though. Yeah, I think we just have Penko solo the first few floors a few times, and then we'll be done for the night. Oh, fuck, it's 1:30. I should probably be done for the night right now, to be perfectly honest. Or actually, I think I want her to stand next to David there for the boost. So if I get both of these guys low enough, Uryudo might be able to take them out with a Thanatos 2. Although he wasted his turn for this round already with the antidote. Maybe Penko will get to take one of these guys out if I play my cards right. Actually, Arthur knows Blaze too, finally, so I guess we could do that. Yeah, I kind of want to get up early tomorrow so I can do some running around town early in the morning. And then I can have it stream at a decent time. You know, the funny thing here is, we got the Minotaur down to 4 HP, but I'm not at all confident that Penko will be able to get the kill. Pretty confident that Uryudo can, though. You know, he just says EK here. I remember his line for Golem was EK Goremu. Or was that Synthesis who said that? I don't know, but EK seems just strangely generic for a summon. You think he'd at least say the summon's name or something. Penko's gonna die if this Minotaur attacks her. Or she just kills him! Holy fuck! That was a little bit close, but yeah, we got him. I think I'm gonna try to get Pappets to capture that, Hellhound there. Cerberus, whatever. Even better. Oh yeah, we got more Minotaurs, but I don't think I care to mess with them. Yeah, so everyone's promoted now. All we do is just choose who we want in the party, gain a few more levels, and then a fuck ton more levels for Penko. Yeah, I think we're just gonna end this. Will this actually end it? Maybe I don't want to end it. Is anyone close to a level up? Yeah, none of the enemies are even close to fighting us here. We're just gonna end this. What was the map after this again? I mean, if it's Minotaurs here, it's probably something even more horrible on the next map. Actually, I think it's Cerberus after this, or maybe Hellhounds. It's actually something not as bad as Minotaurs, if I remember right. We got dragons, a griffin, and hellhounds. Okay, so we're just gonna get as many hits on monsters as we can here, just for the free XP, and then Median's gonna take us on out of here. If she one-shots this guy, I'm gonna take a drink. Ah, so close. Huh, no new spells for Synthesis, it looks like. Ah, Hazuki's not in range for anything. Hedva is not in range for anything, and she doesn't know any buff spells. And there's Medion. So I think the median level ups have actually gone much more smoothly than the... Actually, I'm not sure that's entirely true. Wow, that went longer than I thought. Yeah, we spent about 3 hours leveling up Median's crew here. And we're actually technically kind of done. All that's left is Penko. We leveled up literally everyone. You know what, that's pretty much exactly as long as it took to level up Synbios, isn't it? Because yeah, we spent 3 hours on Synbios at the start of the stream, an hour on weapon upgrades, and That was 4 hours, and now at 7 hours, here's median. Okay. What horrors do we have in store for us in looking at people's portraits in HQ? I can't wait. Honestly, like, yeah, I was willing to... Khan, I was willing to let go. Khan's kind of a boring character. But Penko, I feel like we just gotta see what god-awful monstrosity Penko is gonna promote to at the end of all this. So Urido is green and brown. The fuck happened to his nose? It's like, yeah, you just they just drew a regular, you know, boring everyday anime character, and then, yeah, just drew a giant rock in the center of his face. And colored it flesh tones. Has it, though? I don't know, maybe it's just the angle. Like, I know his nose has always been this shape, but it's never been at this angle. I don't know how to describe it. It looks more wrong here. It's got, like, a texture to it this time, too. Like, it was never shaded like this, I don't think. Anyways, she was promoted already. Oh shit, he's golden now, whatever this guy's name was. Arthur. This guy is Arthur. It's actually a fancy lad now. Garrosh was promoted already. Who even is this guy? I have no idea who this is. Oh, that's Hera! Holy shit! That's awesome. She looks completely different. I wish there were more. I don't know if I like the new look as much as the old one. But still, I like that there's at least one drastic change on promotion here. All of the others, I can barely tell the difference. It's like, yeah, she adopted Garrosh's hairstyle for some reason. She looks weird. Alright, I guess, but just kind of... Hi, David. Oh, and that's your portrait now, too, huh? Yeah, I'm sure you'd love a happy ending there. So I feel like we're obligated to take him into combat now. Like, he just has to be part of our endgame party, right? We just need to see the 3D model of this. Wow. The new Birdman here is intense. She's red now, too. Oh, wow. She actually looks really cute all of a sudden. Like, super generic anime. Like, this is maybe the most generic anime face in a game full of generic anime faces. So she certainly stands out in that regard. She's also got, like, the very faint blush on the cheeks there. Just very, very faint. I like it. So he's a bit more orange than before, but otherwise kind of the same deal going on with this guy. And I guess Pappets must be in here. Oh, we only got one monster out of all that. He had a lot to say. Yeah, I think they literally just palette swapped this kid's headband, and he looks basically the same as before. Or he's facing the other direction now. I think that noise means we're done streaming for tonight. I think me pronouncing tonight as the night also means that we're done streaming for tonight. What's wrong with my hair? Or you're talking about Pappets there? Or David? Or this priest? We gotta do mithril items now too. Should we do mithril items or orichalcum items? No. We'll start. We'll have a really exciting start to tomorrow's stream. Tomorrow's stream, we're gonna spend an hour on orichalcum items, and you guys cannot feel bad about missing the first hour of tomorrow's stream if you come in late. So that's gonna be the plan. It is 1:43 right now. You guys should go to bed. I should already be in bed. So we're gonna rectify that. Good night, chat. Good night, Maze Whale, Remuko, Median, Priest. What are these people's names again? They have names. They introduce themselves, I think, every time. Gabriel. Cool. We're going to get some rest. Thank you guys for tuning in for the stream tonight. I'll see you all tomorrow afternoon sometime. I'm going to aim for around 3 o'clock, whatever time zone I'm in. I think I have it listed down below in the description. So yeah, if all goes well, I'll be ready for that time. If not, it'll be an hour or two later. I'll see you then.